Hello everybody, welcome back to On the Bright Side. My name is Daniel, and I am watching Code GEASS. Last time on Code GEASS, we found out the truth behind Schneizel's plan and saw him engage Lelouch in a one last fight to rule the world. Whoever wins this battle will decide the new world order. So, the stakes are high. Lelouch used some of his, classic tactics, and he made Mount Fuji erupt. Awesome. But Schneizel has the flejas, and Nunnally is in charge of firing them, and it looks like Lelouch is trying to have Nina quickly build a fleja to fight back. At this point, I'm kind of thinking that Lelouch is gonna win. I think it's the more interesting thing for the story. I mean, you don't just say, oh yeah, we're working on the Zero Requiem, and then don't explain what that means, you know? But we got 2 episodes left. If you guys are excited for the finale later this week, then you should subscribe and hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss that finale. But let's begin episode 24 in 3, 2, 1, go. Ooh, is Ogi gonna do something drastic? That's crazy. You don't have to. Someone said in the comments that they respect Nunnally for actually doing this. And yeah, I respect her, but I'm like, you don't have to. But she probably knows that a lot of the fighting is because of her. I wonder if we'll get the opening next time. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, why y'all building this shit? It's crazy how much he can fire. Oh boy. Come on, you gotta have some sort of plan. Oh boy. Yeah, I mean, I guess his idea is to get rid of all fighting, so he would kill the Black Knights anyway. Yeah, actually, you kind of bringing Nina in our reach may be the thing that saves y'all. Because I don't know if Japan will be spared if... Gotta get some last good fighting animation. I think he is fighting for a future. Oh man, Suzaku. That sucks. You should eject. Okay.
Your Majesty.
They all wanted to follow him. So callous. If you can convince her that we are working on Euphemia's will, and I think he's trying to. I like her character development. I don't care what anyone says. It's an interesting arc. Ooh, what's that?
やはり出るのか？ナナリをその手で撃つことになるかもしれないのに。
That's a question.
シーツ、お前がくれたギアスが、お前がいてくれたから俺は歩き出すことができたんだ。そこから先のことは全て俺の。
That's very true.
初めてだよ、お前みたいな男は。
シーツ。
Dang it! Then we're gonna fuck! Anyway, sorry. Oh boy, Colin, please! You can join the threesome! Sorry. Oh man. Oh man. This move has to work. Our last ditch effort. You are underestimating. What are we doing? Oh man! Look at him typing epic typing scenes of history. 0.04 seconds, but look at him! Oh man, what is he doing? They weren't creating a FLEJA, they were creating a way to contain the blast or redirect it. What is... It's like the Lance of Longinus... Oh! Reverse it. That was our one chance and it worked. That's what the team up can do. Alright, get in there, Suzaku. Oh. Sucks to be that guy. Now what, Schneizel? Oh, you have a final plan. They always have a final plan. We have to get to him fast. Oh boy. Gino. I like Gino. God damn. Yeah, it's time for knights to fight. Ah! Alright, I guess we're going on foot. With what resources? Yeah. Sounds like that. It also sounds like wishful thinking. Of course he's a band member. What lengths won't he go to for world peace at this point? I would like to say that he might sacrifice himself, but I think he wants to be the arbiter of it. Oh man! Colin! I forgot! She's so fucking cool! Don't ask me that question. I'm not ready to deal with those feelings yet. You made me realize I want to live. Which is... goddamn. Bye, C2. I've been waiting. I'm gonna do that at the beginning of next episode. Most likely. Very nice. Your nature. Ooh. Ooh. 'Cause you've never lost before. You don't have what it takes to win this. Oh boy. Okay. We're releasing the prisoners. This is a plan, for sure. No. Cornelius is alive! That answers that. Yeah. He might have been a good king, but he doesn't have what it takes to rule the world, huh? Who's this? Really? Really? Oh, I love that. That is a surprise. But I'm glad they're together again. I agree. And I seek the future. That's what they all say. That's... I love the idea of Lelouch being all like... Ooh, look at all these experiences. Lelouch is a dreamer. And that's why he has the right to rule the world. I kind of want to see his face after we change the world. Ooh, get fucked! That's way better than killing him. That was a crazy, impressive reading of him. Is that so? What a sad being you've become. Yep. Deedhart, fucking get fucked, dude. You parasite. That's... I got some satisfaction from that. No, I think it's really hard to kill Suzaku. Oh god. Colin may be able to beat him. Put the controller down. Whoa. She broke a GEASS? Ah! We'll have to see! The truth. Next time's it. I can't believe it. I really like also that the shot that was at the end of that next time was the same shot that I used for the thumbnail of my first episode. That's poetic. And I didn't even know that. Alright. So, this episode, we defeated Schneizel. We beat him at his own game. I don't know what all you think, but Schneizel's plan is, fucking insane. So I'm glad that we stopped him. He was not going to stop until he completed his plan. But I really liked Lelouch being all like, the reason why you can't win is because, like, you're too perfect. I kind of feel like what the show is getting at was that Lelouch has been through all of these things. You know, Schneizel may be like the perfect tactician, but he hasn't made friends like Lelouch has. He hasn't gone through loss like Lelouch has. He's gone through losses in his personal life, but honestly, look at that guy. He doesn't look like he cares about much. And he was even willing to give up his own life. Lelouch has realized over these painful experiences, these good experiences, that he cannot predict the future, which is why he wants to guarantee that the future remains. Charles and Schneizel, they want a world where you can know what's going to happen next, because you control it. Lelouch, I now realize his plan is not about control, which is so funny, in contrast to his GEASS, which is all about control. But yeah, he controls Schneizel now, and that basically takes out any opposition left to us besides the Black Knights. There's the Black Knights, and then there's Nunnally, who we gotta have a talk with. But speaking of Nunnally, she opened her eyes, and she has broken the GEASS that was put on her by Charles. Speaking of which, I guess I never considered this. When a person dies, their GEASS continues to exist. Like, people that they've GEASSed. Maybe she wouldn't have been able to do it if he was still alive, but if she has actually broken through a GEASS of her own will, then can Lelouch even, you know, use his GEASS on her? Not that I think he will anyway. I think he has gone through such lengths to not have to use his GEASS on Nunnally. I'm so curious what is beyond the horizon, what Nunnally's fate is going to be. Will she accept it? Will Lelouch explain the Zero Requiem to her, and will she accept, or will he still have to kill her? Lots of questions for next time. But this seemed like the end of this final battle. Next time, I don't know how they're gonna pack a whole finale for all the things that they've set up into the next 24 minutes, but I'm so giddy to, like, finally be here, you know? So, interestingly, I was talking last time about potential for characters dying, but it doesn't seem like really anyone has died. Besides Diethard. He died. I'm gonna be honest, I felt kind of good about that, because he's been an interesting character this entire time, which is why I haven't minded him being around. But he's a scumbag, right? He has no real allegiance. He just has allegiance to whichever side he thinks is winning. And he chose the wrong one. Sorry about that, big guy. Also, Nina's thing worked. I was thinking that she was going to, like, create a Fleja weapon that would destroy all the other Flejas, but it was a one-use spear that reverses an explosion. Which is very cool looking. Also, is that an Evangelion reference? Evangelion is one of my favorite anime ever. If I were to choose an anime that I have watched to erase from my mind so I could react to it for you guys, it might be that one. That show is so crazy. Lelouch and C2 had a bit of an interesting conversation where C2 asked if Lelouch regrets meeting her or hates her because of what she's given to him. And I think Lelouch had a very good answer. C2's character is, like, one of the most prominent in this show, and I think she's really interesting, but I kind of wish she was more interesting. I feel like there was more to her character that had to be pushed to the side, but I really like the idea of, like, an immortal being. Like, I just love this concept of an immortal being who wants to die and then meets a person that makes them want to live, like, for the first time since becoming immortal. I think that that's a really interesting character arc, and I really like C2, so I hope she lives. But Colin is just fucking tearing things up. That is a character that I will say I wish had more depth. Colin's always been there, and I think she's cool and all, but, like, of the main cast, most of her depth revolves around Lelouch. So she had, like, one episode that talked about her family stuff. I don't know why I'm talking about this, but I'm just reflecting on some things throughout the series. We'll see how everything turns out. I've liked Colin enough to where I'm like, I just wish she had more depth. And we got to see that Cornelia was alive. Yeah, like, Schneizel didn't even have the conviction to kill her. He really wasn't ready to take over the world, I think. Like, you know what I was talking about last time, where I'm like, it's an interesting thought experiment. Would you sacrifice a couple billion lives to ensure that peace was going to happen for the rest of human history? And I think a lot of people, it might be worth it if, like, no one ever has to fight again. But anyway, it would be like an unprecedented amount of bloodshed just to make sure that there's no bloodshed ever again, which doesn't sound like a great idea to me, but maybe some people would be like, that's worth taking. However, if the person who decides whether there's no bloodshed or not is Schneizel, that fucking guy, I'm not taking that. He already shows that he's not able to kill the ones close to him. But getting to see, I'm forgetting his name. Gilfried? Cornelius Knight. Getting to see that he's alive and well, that is crazy. I mean, he has sunglasses on. Does that mean he got blinded by the Fleja? But he got out. Did that bomb kill anyone? Asahina. That was his name, right? Is that the only person that bomb fucking killed? Oh, and I forgot about the 10 million people in in Tokyo. Yeah, it killed a lot of people, but like any named characters besides Asahina, maybe we need to rethink these buffs. Maybe they're not as effective as we think. We also have Anya fighting Jeremiah, two characters that I don't really care to see what happens to them. I like Jeremiah more, so I just think he's interesting. He's had a very good character arc of being like cocky, brought down a peg, turned into a professional hater, modified to be a perfect killer and anti-GEASser, which has not come up very much at all once he's gotten onto our side, which was another really surprising development. He's had an interesting path as a character. Plus he Beyblades. And no one can hate that. But yeah, this final conflict all comes down to really whether the Black Knight or the White Knight wins, and what Lelouch's conversation with Nunnally is about. I have a feeling that Lelouch's victory is all but ensured, but there's something in the pit of my stomach that tells me that it is going to be a bitter-sweet finale. But I can tell that I'm going to scream, so I'm going to prepare my vocal cords. If you guys enjoyed my reaction to the penultimate episode of Code Geass, then you can let me know by leaving a like, and you can subscribe so you don't miss the finale of Code Geass later this week. You're gonna want to watch the whole finale episode because I'm going to do a Q&A, and I'm actually have some questions for you guys regarding what I watch next. I don't know if y'all noticed, Code Geass kind of has a lot of spin-offs. There's a spin-off of Code Geass currently airing. I'll have some questions about that. You can answer that next time. But feel free to leave comments on what you thought about this episode. And with that being said, I hope that I can make your day better. And I hope that you continue to have good days. Till next time, take it easy, everyone.